Hi y'all, it's Pam at Pink Dragonfly Wingz with another project for you. Uh, Today what we're going to do is we're going to make a little tag, and we're going to be using some ribbons. Get all my stuff out of my little plastic envelope thingy, my bob there. And I will show you what I made. I was sitting here the other day and I was making something. I don't remember now what I was making. But I had put these little ribbons out here that I bought, and thinking that I might use it for that. And then I decided not to use it for that because it really wasn't what I wanted for that. So I decided when I got done, well, I'm just going to make some packaging. Excuse me. I'm going to use some packaging, and I'm going to use some of these ribbons and make a little, kind of like a little curtain journaling tag. It could be a tag, it could be a journaling card, it can be whatever you want it to be. I did cut the tops of this because I had originally decided, I think I'll make it into a tag. Then I decided, it could be a journaling card, but I like this too. So you can make it however you want to make it, but I am going to, before we get started, glue this little corner down right here because for some reason it didn't want to stay very good. So, couldn't probably be possibly that I forgot to put glue on that corner, you think? Maybe. So, but I had this ribbon here and I just thought, oh, that looks like a little curtain. And that would look so cute. Let's see if I have a pocket here in my little journal here. And I know I have some stuff in here, but I don't know if I have a pocket per se. And I don't really have a sideways pocket, but we could use that as an example, I guess, if we needed to. This is just a tuck spot. We could use this little thing here. Where did it go? I do not know. Where did it go? Well, now I've lost it. But anyway, if you had a little pocket. Alright, so we have a little pocket down here. We're going to pretend there's a little pocket right here. And we could just slide this right in there. And look at that. It just looks like a little curtain. I just think that is so cute. And I had several of these butterfly ribbons. I had several. I have 4, but I guess 4 is several. But I had these little butterfly ribbons that a friend of mine gave me. I'm not sure where she got them. I'm not sure. I'm not sure she even told me where she got them. But anyway, she got 4 of these because she knows I like dragonflies and butterflies and that kind of thing. And so they're all the same exact ribbon, except this one's pink. This one's sort of an orangey goldy color, blue, and then yellow. And so I alternated them on my my little card here. And the card that I'm going to use is just a piece of packaging that came in something that I got, and apparently some papers or something. I don't know what it was. And then this is a piece of paper that I made, and I did it myself, and then scanned it into my printer and can make multiple copies of it. And I would put that up for sale in my store, except I don't know how to do that link so that you can link it and download it and do all that stuff. And I'm just not smart enough to do that. So there we go. If anybody wants to take the time to tell me how to do that, I would be most appreciative. And I would try to do that. So, but anyway, this is what we're going to make today. And I hope you'll join in. I have some other ribbons very similar to these. These I purchased. And I have, let's see, there's 4 colors there. I have pink, blue, yellow, and green here. And I'm going to use those. Pink, yellow, blue, and green. This one is a little different, and this one is a little different, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to use them anyway. All right, so we're going to start off. This little piece of packaging just came. This is how it came. It is 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches. So you can use any size that you want, any color that you want. That is entirely up to you. And so let's go. And I think this time I will maybe start with, I don't guess it makes any difference. I'm going to unroll some of this so that I can use it. So we'll start with, we've got some green, we've got some yellow, and we have some blue. So we're going to use those 4 colors. That seems to work pretty well. So we'll just start with the one on top. We'll just start with some green. And what I did is I used my Fabri-Tac glue because I'm using fabric, and it really seems to me to work better when you're dealing with fabric on paper. So anyway, so that's what we're going to use. We're going to use our Fabri-Tac glue, and this is just sort of a little cotton ribbon kind of stuff. So we're going to put it on here, and I am going to go down just a little bit, but I don't want to do the whole thing because I'm afraid it'll dry faster than I can get ribbon glued down. So we'll just do a little space here, and then we'll add more glue as we go and see how that works. I'm going to lay that down right there. And we're going to start with the green at the top. I'm just going to try to make it as close to the top of this as I can. And since I'm working pretty closely, I'm going to take my glasses off. It works better up close. Okay, so we have our green one. The next one we have here is yellow. So we'll do a yellow one. This is super, super simple to make. Super simple to do. Don't have to have matching ribbons. It could be any kind of ribbon that you happen to have. So let's put a little more glue here. I just used these because I've had these for a long time, and haven't used them a whole lot, and I just thought this was a really cute little project. So we're going to put some ribbon here, and we're just going to lay it down, mashing it as we go. We want it to be sure and spread that glue. We're just going to keep on coming and keep on a coming, keep on a gluing. Keep on a gluing and keep on a gluing. Make sure it's all good and glued. We haven't used pink. We'll use a pink one right here. And then I am going to pick this up and cut this off right here. Cut them even so that we can start on our next row. And I'm just going to alternate them again, just like I did before. Same color scheme, same pattern. I kind of tend to be very analytical about things at times, and I kind of need a little pattern. So we'll put another one right here, trying not to have too much cut off over here on the end because I don't want to waste. Of course, what I cut off goes into my little nubbin bucket. I have a little scrap bucket over there that I use for ribbons and fibers and threads and those kinds of things. And then when that little bucket starts getting full, then I use it to make snippets and snippet rolls and things. So I save all those little pieces. They're not thrown away, but I still don't want to be too wasteful. So Okay, our next color is blue. I'm just lining these up, butting up one piece of ribbon right up to the next, not overlapping because I don't want it to have a bump, kind of, so to speak, a bump in the center. Excuse me. So I'm just kind of butting them up, the two ribbons, making sure they fit really nicely, but not overlapping. Make sure you get your edges really good and covered with glue. There we go. That is looking pretty. That is so pretty. Okay, we'll pick this up and we'll turn it up. Kind of drop my scissors, cut this off right down here at the edge. There we go. And then we will go ahead and do some some glue all the way down to the bottom. I think we can finish that up pretty easily. All right, so we're going to start back over with our green. We won't have a full extension this time, or a full rotation, because we don't have enough card here, but we certainly could have made our card a little longer and had it work out like that, but we didn't, so we're going with it like it is. And I'm going to put that one right there with the yellow. So I have green, yellow, blue, pink, red, green, yellow, blue, pink, green, yellow, blue. We'll put a blue one on the bottom, and it is not going to fit exactly. It is going to hang over a little bit at the bottom. Now, you have two choices here. Let's go ahead and hang this up and cut this ribbon off real quick. Alright, so we're done with the ribbon. We'll put that over here at the side. We'll cut this side down. And these are the little nubbins that I will put in the nubbin bucket and use in my little snippets that I make from time to time. I make a little snippet roll, and then I just roll it up and cut off what I need when I need it. So put that right there in my stash. All right, so now here is where you have a little bit of a decision. Now, depending on how much you have here. Now, on this one that I made, I did not have but just a little tiny piece left over. These ribbons, I guess, are a little different size, or I laid them on a little different, or the packaging was a little different size, whatever. And so I went ahead and left it, and then on the back side, I put the paper, this paper, all the way down to the bottom of the ribbon. So this little bitty bit of down at the bottom only has the ribbon, the paper, and then I put a piece of washi tape down at the bottom. I did not want to flip the paper, the ribbon over, simply because, for one, the ribbon, the butterflies on this side would have been upside down. Two, the piece was not really big enough to put a glue there to really make it stick. And so I had the butterfly ribbon, so I thought, okay. So now on this one though, we have a little bit more of a fold over. So we do have enough that we could just fold that over, and I think that would look really nice as well. So what we'll do is do that and just glue that right down here. And each one, it's kind of hit or miss. Decide what you want to do based on how big your little overlap is here. You can see that it's enough that the ribbon will stay glued to this. This one was about half this much, and it was just barely going to cover, and I was afraid it would come up all the time, so I didn't do that. Now, we still have the choice that we can put some washi on here and just kind of decorate it up just a little bit on the back. But look at that. Is that not pretty? Make sure our little rows of ribbon are down good. And this is the good thing about using ribbons that are all the same size, the same whatever, just because. And I like this ribbon. It's sort of a fabricy kind of cotton, and it kind of feathers over here. It kind of, what do they call that? Ravels. It kind of ravels a little bit, and it kind of makes it look neat on the side, I think. I like that look. So you have some little strings that just hang off there. So let's go ahead, and I think since we had a big enough piece here to fold over, well, I don't know. Let's put our paper on there, and then we can decide. And we can fold that paper over ever so slightly down here at the bottom, just so that it kind of covers it up a little bit. We have just a little bit of a border around there. And somewhere I do have a writing utensil. So we're going to scoot this in, and we're going to cut this off about right here. And then we'll cut this off just a little sliver right here at the top. So we'll get our little guillotine cutting board. So we're going to cut the paper and not the plate. Let's see, where did we go? Right to here. Save that. I'm going to get this one, and just a little sliver off of the top here. Really kind of evens it up. So let's put this down here and see how our paper. I think this page is, while it's really cool, I think it's a little dark. Of course, I don't know. I kind of like that. I really kind of like that. So I think I'm going to do that side instead of the more coffee dyed side. That's a little lighter. That's what we did on this one. But I think on this one, I'll just use this, and I'll put this at the bottom, just because I think that's where it needs to be. So there we go. That'll work. That'll be perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my vintage photo good old standby, and somewhere on here I have a little dauber, I am sure. Oh, there it is. There it is. And then we'll ink up this paper right around the edge. Now, if you want to make this a tag, you can round the corners. You can. The only thing is, my little corner rounders are not strong enough really to go through a layer of cardstock and a layer of ribbon. So I just didn't want to mess it up. So I'm just going to leave my corners like this, and that'll be fine. But if you want to do that and you want to cut them off like I did the angled corners here, you can cut those off yourself and not have to use a corner punch. And that's up to you. You do what you want to with it. And we'll get this inked up and around here. And let's see how it works. Alrighty. I'm going to put that right there. And we have the blue at the bottom. So I think I'm going to make the little fold over here at the top. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then that way our ribbon down here will not interfere with our writing page, because we don't want that to interfere. So there we go. So we're going to put some glue along the edge. I'm just still using my Fabri-Tac glue just because I had it out doing the ribbon. So there we go. I'm not going to switch it out. We'll just keep on using it. Put some glue all over so we can make sure it stays down. We don't want it popping up in the middle. And then we will put our paper and leave a little tiny bit of a border all the way around. There we go. Kind of smooth that out a little bit. We don't want those. We want it to be smooth because it is going to be a writing surface. So we want to make sure that we get those lines smoothed out a little bit. And sometimes you'll push a little bit of glue out the bottom like I did right there. No problem. We're just going to wipe it off. Get our glue again, our ink again. And we're going to ink around the edge of this card. Just because. Y'all know I don't like white edges and having it being so we're going to do that. Just kind of ink it around, give it a little border, a little frame a little bit. There we go. That's going to look nice. And then I am going to put this ribbon on here with it being sort of a cotton twill kind of ribbon. Does accept the ink pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and ink around the front as well. And it does take a little bit more ink because it kind of soaks into the ribbon, but that's okay. That doesn't matter. And there we go. Make sure we have our top. There we go. Now then, this is the ribbon that I used, and it's a piece that I purchased. In fact, I think I bought this, or I got this maybe in a like a grab bag. I think I didn't cut that off very good, did I? That I purchased from Donna Little. And from time to time, she sells doilies and lace and bundles and things like that on YouTube. So kind of watch for those. It's just Donna Little. And we'll put this on here. Hang it off. And I want this part to stick above. If you can see on this lace, there's a little piece of ribbon sewn here that is connecting this piece of lace to this piece of lace. And I want the edge of this piece to be at the top so that it looks kind of like a curtain. So when you have a curtain and you have that little top thingy bob on your curtain, whatever that little ruffly thing is that sticks out, then we will have that on here. If that makes any sense. So I just want it to look like a curtain. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to put some glue on the top of this. Again, I'm using the Fabri-Tac because I'm applying this ribbon to the original ribbon. And then I'm just going to put this on right here, right across the top. And there we go. Turn it over and cut. Let me get my bigger scissors so that I can want to kind of flare out a little bit at the bottom so that I didn't do a very good job of that. It's okay, but it ain't great. A little straighter so it kind of hangs out like a little skirt. Alrighty, try to find some more of that stuff because I really like that. And there we go. And there's our little curtain. Now on this one, I thought, I have some really cute in here somewhere. And I thought I had a package that was open. My granddaughter's been here though, and she pilfers through my stuff, and we send her home. I'm sure her mom and daddy love having her come. Here we go. Because I send her home with all kinds of stuff, and then it's in their house making a mess. That's what grandparents are for, right? There you go. All right, now these are glued together. They're on a string so that you can pull them off and have a long string. But I really don't want a string. I want to put I'm just going to cut a few of these and we'll see if we have enough. And we're just going to put those in those little holes right there. We'll see right here. And then we might want to put just a little dab of glue. Let's not do a blob of glue though. A little daub of glue in these little holes right here. And they're spaced out already for you, so you don't have to worry about spacing them. You just put one little pearl per hole in the lace, and there you go. We'll see if that's enough for that many. And it's kind of hard. I probably could have found a better way to do this, but there we go. Don't really know how it would have been, but now I have these little bitty pieces of that clear plastic on the back of this. And we're gonna make it work, guys. We're gonna make it work. I heard the other day somebody say being pretty is hard work. That goes for our ephemera as well. It's hard work being this pretty. There we go. And put these on here. There's probably a better way to do this too. But this is working. This is working. We're going to need some more though. Let's see. I think if I don't cut those off, but now that they're cut apart, I think I can just pull them off that big piece, and I think that will work a whole lot better. Look at that. See how we learn as we go? There's another big blob. All right. There we go. There we go. These are self-adhesive, so, you know, you really don't have to have the glue, but the same with the washi tape over time. I'm not sure if the little backing on there would dry out and then all my little pearls would fall off. So I'll go ahead and put just a little dabble of glue on the back of that just to kind of help hold it. And I skipped a hole. Can't skip a hole. We must go back and fill in our skipped holes because skipped holes are not allowed unless you do it the whole way. And this worked so much better than cutting all those little doobies off of there one by one. And I'm one short, so I'm going to cut one more here. And there we go. Now it's stuck to my finger. Okay. Yeah. right in that hole. You have to go in the hole. All right, there we go. I'm going to push all of those down one last time, make sure they're all connected good and stuck. And none of them came off, and that added just a little bit of extra stuff there. That is just really, really cute. So put those back in there so I don't forget where they came from. And then I have this little, I bought these little things on Temu, and they were very inexpensive. And they're just little label things, but they're designed to look like metal. And I think they do. I think they do look like metal. So that you know, that's kind of cool. So I'm going to use one of these, and where I think I used a little piece of this lace to put under it, just because I wanted it to kind of stand out from the pattern back here just a little bit. So I'm going to put that right down there in that corner, and then I'm going to put this on top of that. But I want to ink it because I don't like those white edges around things. And so I'm going to ink it up just around the edges to ink up that white spot. There we go. And then we'll take this and put the glue on here. And I'm hoping that it will seep through the glue. The glue will seep through this little piece of lace here and go right on into the other side. We need a word. We always need a word. Let's see what kind of word we can find. Did I put a word in there? I thought I did. But if I did, I guess I ate the thing. I thought I might use a doily, but I still like this better. Anyway, if I put a word in there, it's gone now. So let's see what kind of words we have. Let's see, love reigns supreme. Is that, oh, that works. That'll fit right there. That's really kind of pretty. I like that. There we go. That'll work for us, a word or two or three. I'm going to ink around the edge just to make sure that there's a delineation. Is that a word? Delineation? Delineation? Anyway, you know what I mean. Between the tag and the words, we'll put just a little dab of glue on here to hold this on. There we go. And just to kind of tie it all together, let's get a couple more of these little pearls here and put them right here on the end. Just a little dab there and just a little dab there, just to kind of help hold our pearl on. And we'll put that one there, and we'll put this one here. And there we go. Now that kind of, I like that better. This one, the little tag, the pearls on here are in the tag, and they're kind of dark too. So I may go back and put a little white pearl on each top of each one of those, and maybe make it stand out a little bit better, because I like how this one is standing out. Alrighty, so there's our little tag with our little curtain. Plenty of writing space on the back. You can tuck it in, you can pin it in, you could glue it in, but I think that would kind of defeat the whole purpose of having it. But that's my opinion. If you think it would look great and you like that idea, then you do that. And there you go. A nice, quick, very easy little project to make. And I just kind of got that idea when I saw all that ribbon over there, and I thought, I got to find something to do with that ribbon. So now we have a beautiful butterfly one and a beautiful flower garden. So we have our flower garden looking through our window, butterflies looking through our window. Very cool, I think, very neat. So I hope you liked it. I hope you will make one for your own. If you did like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love to count you among our members of the Pink Dragonfly Creative Group. And share the video with everyone that you know in the world. We desperately need subscribers, and I'm depending on y'all for that. I think I've gone through all of my family and friends, so I'm depending on you guys. So please get it out there and show it to everybody. If you have a minute, go by and check. I do have an online store, www.pinkdragonflywingz with a Z on the end.com, and check out what we have in there. And we've got all kinds of little goodies in there. So check that out, see what you think, and try making a little ribbon journal card. It's a lot of fun. Until next time, you be creative too. Bye-bye.